Hello everyone, I hope you're all having a very magical day and enjoying the weather of whatever it's like where you're at. So today, I wanted to focus on the people out there that don't really know what to ask the cards, because I know I have sat down to ask the cards things in my past and never known what questions to ask. I could always ask about love or joy or career or exes, and those are all fine questions. It's absolutely fine to ask all those questions. But sometimes we're always lacking just a little bit of direction. And so with my new little craft table, I wanted to build up an idea of how to ask the cards when you really just don't know what to ask the cards, because I know that is, if I have gone through those little qualms, then other people have gone through those little qualms, and that if I can put out there my little task of how I ask these questions, I think there may be some others who will be interested in that as well. So again, as always, the Fey Saint, I start with my little sacred geometry. I'm going to keep it simple today, just because we are only here to ask a mystery of the cards. In the center, I'm always going to put myself, or my querent, whoever it is who is the focus of this reading. For that reason, it is to really ensure that I always have a starting point. A who is talking to me, a why are they talking to me, a reason of them talking to me, and so my charge. And then for this one, I know it's probably not showing up too great on camera, but I have put together just a little triage of some ideas or some shapes to balance my brain. Sacred geometry and drawing it is a great way to balance the brain. It is an art, but it is also a math. So it is one of the very few crafting hobbies that allows the brain to really work both right and left equally. You'll recognize different forms of this in different cultures, from mandalas to Japanese sand rock gardens and the little rake, to you'll see ancient versions of this. And so just to darken it up a little bit and give you guys some basis, you'll see a lot of this imagery repeated in ancient wall art, like petroglyphs and stuff, and paintings through carvings. And it's just a sort of a miraculous little task in which to balance the brain. And you can hear my voice when I start to focus on these things. I sort of drift as I'm doing, while I just doodle and draw, allowing it to fulfill for me, not forcing anything, just going with the flow and getting my brain receptive to feeling the cards. So again, I think this is good, but it starts me off with a nice little basis of how to draw, or just to get my brain in the headspace to be receptive to my intuition. Now this is something I just created, so we are going to be testing this on camera together. And these are blank cards that are my Querent cards, so Lust right on the bottom. If someone was to come visit me, as I just had, who didn't know what to ask the cards, I now have this little deck. This deck was built from just me having some ideas with some blank playing cards that I ordered. And these cards can now be used as a shuffle deck. I am positive there has to be versions of this that exist elsewhere. I can't imagine I'm the only person in the world to ever build a question deck. But theoretically, this should work just like a tarot deck in which to ask the questions, and then to follow up, I'll be using my Rider-Waite today for classic energy and beauty with this. Just giving myself a good little shuffle. I didn't really have them in any specific order originally, but this is just giving me a little bit. You'll see I'm weighting down my parchment today with neodymium magnets. Again, they're my little shards of infinity. I just love these magnets. If you're curious on why, it's because perception of the linear lines of our lives, past to present, mirrors of ourselves, left to right, and awareness of ourselves, top to bottom, usually go along tangential X, Y, and Z. However to draw that and then themas. And when you look at that with the probability of where we are along that line, it actually looks like an electron cloud that shares an electron cloud with neodymium, which are lovely little magnets. So these, I just feel, bring me a little extra thought. Oh, okay, well, they're done. And so we're going to pull 3 cards, again, leaving the center for myself or my Querent. We are going to go with some obsessive thoughts today. We are going to go with a journey. And we are going to go with the past. And those are going to be the 3 topics of which I'm going to discuss while asking my cards today. So as I shuffle this, I'm going to envision my cards. I thought that felt a little weird. With the obsessive thoughts or obsessions. Most likely this is going to start to read towards me today. The journey, the past, what maybe started this journey, where I've come from being on this journey. We will let the cards dictate that. It's close, but not that one. Yes, that one. Oh, what a lovely little reading. So for my side, or for myself, I have drawn the 5 of Swords, very much speaking to the things I've left behind, to a journey of learning what to let go, what to take with, what is important to me, what has cut and hurt me in the past. This I am feeling very much in this day and age as I begin this new Druidic journey, and what I am doing on this journey and what I am going to learn on this journey very much is about what I should be taking with me and not what I should be keeping with, letting go of some of these things that some people are going to find themselves passing away and out of my life, and that's a good thing. It's not always about keeping those things with an iron grip, of letting things come and go. With the obsessive thoughts, I have the Knight of Wands. And it was drawn inverted, but I'll let you see that art. Very beautiful, but inverted. Very much talking about the start of this journey of the Druidric, that I have been sort of obsessively thinking about it, probably to the detriment of some of other aspects of my life, which is all very much true. I have been doggedly determined in starting this journey, to the point that, like, my other aspects of life probably could use some attention to it, and this is sort of reminding me that I should take a little moderation on this journey and really probably take a minute to water my entire garden. That the druid path is, though lovely and amazing and is going to take me places, that I have other gardens and other journeys that I am also on. And so to not be so obsessive with my druid journey, to really take a step back and appreciate the entire journey, the relationship journey, the business journey, the love journey. I am very much seeing that as a reminder to me to focus on all aspects of my life. The journey itself, I think, is a wonderful card and perfect for this moment, is the King of Pentacles. Is sitting there rich upon the throne, with a wealth of abundance, cornucopia of items of the experience. And that is, I think, at the point of a lot of people's journeys, is how do we obtain that comfort in what we have to be able to not be stressed in the future, where we're going to get our next paycheck or be able to pay our next bill, or the comfort and stability. And that this journey is very much my journey to the comfort of stability, to finding a path that both reaps rewards in the way of monetary value, of keeping a roof over my head, food in my belly, money in my pocket, but also bringing me the sanity and safety of mind of not doing something that stresses me out to no end, that I just can't deal. That this is very much the journey I'm on, the druid path and the tarot path, leading me from nothing to something, to it's a new business, it's a new venture that I do hope becomes a stabilizing element in my life, to be able to keep my bills paid, a roof over my head, food in my belly. And that this is a journey, that right now tarot and druidry can't just pay my bills, and that is probably where a lot of these obsessive thoughts are coming from, in keeping me feeling a way about always keeping it locked in my head. How am I going to do this? How am I going to work this? How is it going to be? To let go, to focus on the world, that this journey is going to bring me that safety of mind, that comfort, that stability that I am looking for. The past is the Two of Swords, blindfolded to the choices of life. Both paths can cut. Very much my past. This actually invokes a memory of mine, of an artist, Emma Chaplin. I don't know if anyone out there will have heard of her, except people I went to high school with and blew them up when I was obsessed. That she was playing on her album cover. She was playing a game of chess against a mirrored shadow version of herself, blindfolded. This is very much that card in my head, the holding the two swords, how dangerous that can be, both of them so heavy, so large, and I am blindfolded and sitting unclothed, whimsically clothed, able to be sliced and cut and open to the elements. But these two directions, this power that is going in two different directions with the moon, I really feel that is my past. A lot of different things and elements of my life have brought me down two different journeys, from starting my own catering company to starting my own tarot and spiritual company, to which one was going to prosper, which one was going to damage. This could speak to traumas in my past and how I decided to cope with them. I think I have been one of those people that have had really bad coping skills in my history, where I have felt neglected spiritually, and fiscally and responsibility, and that I did have a choice to either get up and go or to not. And this is very much speaking to who I have been, especially as a Gemini, to the past of having those two different sides. I think what this is really reminding me with this journey and with this reminder to not be obsessive with is, and the sword showing back up in both my past and my present, is very much appreciating that as a Gemini, there are two different sides to my story. There is an on and off switch with me that sometimes needs to be toggled, that there's a reminder in here to appreciate both sides of that coin, to appreciate when I turn it off and I am in rest mode or in my B self, versus when that's on mode and my A self is going on, that both are valid. I think with catering in my past experience, I have devoted everything to the A Anthony, to being the focus of this is what I must do to make it, and I have only with the other side disassociated. It's when I'm not on, I am off. And this, well, this reading altogether is reminding me that it's not on or off. It's A or B or maybe C or D. It is a lot of different sides of a story, telling me which way, or telling me that both sides are equally valid, that there are passions and roots that I can find in the on and the off to be able to focus on and create a journey that is beautiful for me and that will reap rewards. I really love this reading. I didn't know what to talk about when I sat down for today's reading, so I really love my little deck of questions. I mean, just the problem, the timeline, joy, querent, the friend, cosmic. There's so many different things I put in here, just utilizing how many cards were available and just filling it up. And I think it went to a beautiful reading today that I think is a treat and a treasure. And I am in love with the probability of these cards, my intuition in reading them, and building up a space in which I feel safe to absorb what the universe is telling me. And I think that is it for today, to really walk you through my journey of self-explorations. So I love you. I adore you. I think you are a magical creature. You hold a valid space. You are seen. You are heard. Please leave in the comments what you've done when you didn't know what to read or ask the cards when you sat down one time or another. If you have a journey in which to share, I would love to hear it. I guess for YouTube's sake, please like, subscribe. I feel super silly asking that. But it's an honor that anyone watches these videos. And if you take the time out of your day to get from point A to point B with me, I really adore you. So thank you so very much from the bottom of my heart. I love you. Mwah.